This is a video for auto-enrolment and discusses the employer's duties for nest and pension arrangements. Contents of what we're going to look at is just the backgrounds to the reforms, auto-enrolment requirements, the considerations for any employers, and also an action plan with what is needed to be covered. Pension shortfall. There was a Pensions Commission report which looked into all of the problems that result in pension funds needing a complete review of all of the legislation. The fact is that people live longer today than at any point, so therefore there's increased longevity. The state have a retreating role. State pensions are worth less today than they have been at any time in the past. Generally, people undersave for their retirement. They have other things to spend their money on, especially in these austere times. And also that pensions are complex. If I find anything that's complex, then I usually turn my head away from it. The two key things there are longevity and the fact that people undersave. With regards to longevity, if a man or a woman lives to 65, on average a man will now live to 86 and a woman will live till 88. That's generally good news for most people, but with regards to pensions, means that that pension fund needs to last for a longer period of time. Employers have unavoidable choices. Given these fundamental facts, a combination of four things need to happen. Taxes and national insurance contributions will have to pay for pensions, or each generation will have to save more money into their pensions, or average retirement age will have to be higher. We've seen this start to happen already. Or future pensioners will actually just be poorer. The key one of these, and from the pensions report it's been decided that they're going to ask each generation, both employer and employee, to save more. Doing nothing is not an option. The Pensions Act 2008, section 45, open brackets 2, close brackets, it makes it very clear that the legislation does need to be complied with. At the extreme end, imprisonment will be an option for the powers that be, for anybody that is in a position within a company that is advising on pensions. Employers' duties, what employers must do. They need to enrol employers into a qualified workplace pension scheme. They need to pay contributions which eventually will be a total of 8%, and that will be 3% employer contribution, 5% from the employee, but that's actually reduced down by 1%, so it's 4% from the employee because that 1% will be tax relief. What are the employer options? Well, the employer options are to set up their own scheme, which will be either the People's Pension or Nest. They're the two main options they have at the moment, and auto-enrol their staff and deal with the administration of setting up that scheme. Another option is to engage with a private scheme with an independent financial advisor, and we can help you look at which option is going to be the best one for you. What does an employer need to do? We need to calculate the costs to make sure that before staging dates you're fully aware of how much it's going to cost you, and that can be factored in to pay reviews right now. Plan the implementation of the scheme and enrol staff into that scheme. So that's if you haven't got a scheme. If you have got a scheme, you just need to make sure that it covers the auto-enrolment requirements and that you are fully aware of what, as an employer, you need to actually do. So in summary, this is just a shortened version of a longer presentation, but hopefully it's a taster to say basically at this point you need to engage with your existing advisor, or if you do want to get in contact, you have our contact details. We'll offer a free review of what you have in place at the moment, and we also have a report writing facility if you want us to go into a little bit more detail. So we look forward to hearing from you and hope that auto-enrolment doesn't cause you too many sleepless nights.